How you doing? Welcome to another video. Today I just wanted to give you a quick update on just where we are now with Habits Unplugged, where we are with Habits V2 and where we're sort of intending to go in the future. The one thing that I've learned since stopping drinking alcohol above everything else is that change is going to happen regardless. The only consistent thing in life is that change is going to happen. Everything else is up and down. Everything else, you're going to get some good shit happening to you and you're going to get some bad stuff happening to you. And it's just the way it is. The more you can control those changes, the more you can put things into place to control those changes, the better your life is going to be. And the more consistent you can have those changes happening in your life. It doesn't mean to say that you're not going to have anything crappy happening in your life, but in general, you'll move forwards in a much more pleasant way, I think, if that's probably a better term, a contented way. I don't think there's ever a contentment in life because we're always trying to grow. That's part and parcel of, I think, being human, of having a meaning in life is to grow to a certain degree, to push yourself to reach certain goals. Progress in life is, by definition, a form of growth. It's a form of getting to where you want to go and having that where you want to go. So it means that you're essentially in, Alfred Adler talked about this as being an inferior position. I don't really like the word. I think it's probably has a different meaning now in 21st century than it did back when he was writing, Adler. But from the perspective of growth, you're always trying to move up to the next level. I think humans are always trying to do that, and it's one of the most frustrating things in life when you can't do that. When you feel that there's no goal ahead of you. When you have a lack of hope in your life, it can really it can force somebody's life to fester, right? So, and this is being really honest with you. When I was drinking, that's where my life was, because it was always one step forwards, two steps back. Whenever I tried to do something, I'd get drunk and I'd make a mess of it, or I just wasn't able to follow through. I wasn't able to think properly. I wasn't able to do the things that I can do now. And I didn't realize exactly how much of this was happening to me, how much of it was my own fault, how much of it was my own responsibility. All of it is my own responsibility. Your life is your life. Nobody else is responsible for it. Nobody else is going to commit to it. Only you. So only you can move yourself forwards from there. So I've had so many different changes that have happened in my life. So many deliberate changes that have happened because we've planned some of those things. Some of them haven't really gone to plan. But also because of other things that have happened in our lives. And then we've sort of gone, right, well, that's happened. So what do we do now? What's the options? And option is to move forward. We can do this. Option B, we can do this. Option C, we can do this. And then, thinking through these things and then being able to take the steps to make your decision come about into fruition, if you like. Right. So by the time you see this, we'll have probably already moved to Andorra. This has been something that we've been planning for a long time now, for probably 5 or 6 years. And it's for me, it's the closest thing that I can get to a libertarian country, and a beautiful place. It's right at the north of Spain, in between Spain and France. It's in the Pyrenees, and our plan is to live up there in the summertime. So probably April, May through until October or November. And then our plan after that is to go over to Ireland for 5, maybe 6 weeks, spend some time with my son and my granddaughter, and then go back to Spain and live for 3 or 4 months down here during the winter especially. I'm not really one for the snow up in Andorra, so I won't be staying there for that. But none of this would have been possible if I'd have carried on drinking. It's all come about because we've put ourselves into a situation where we can make decisions, we can make choices in life, and we can move forwards to the things that we want to do. As far as the videos are concerned, I'm obviously going to continue doing the alcohol videos. A lot of the videos that we've been doing in the past few weeks have been indoors or in the van and stuff, just because I haven't had the time to go out. I managed to get out and do a few, but it's at the moment it's a choice between getting out walking and really thinking and trying to think things through. That's one of my only times that I can do that, or doing the videos outside. And the thinking has really got to have, for me anyway, it's got to have the priority. So because we're living in Andorra, a lot closer to a lot of nature trails, and we're in the mountains up there, I'll be doing a lot more videos outside, so expect that. Like I said, I'll still be doing videos about alcohol, but I'm getting more and more frequent requests to do more advanced videos, especially things that can help people towards move towards that best possible version of themselves. That's always been my goal of this whole thing. At the beginning, when I started doing these videos first on alcohol mastery, it was all about trying to really help people to stop drinking alcohol, and that was it. But then after a while, it became clear that my journey was heading towards, not only heading away from alcohol, but towards something. And that's the key difference between what we're teaching and what somebody like the AA teach, or anybody that's telling you about alcoholic, or that you're living a sober life, or any of that bullshit, right? We're trying to get you to see from the perspective of that your life is not over. What you were doing when you were drinking alcohol, that was pushing your life down to a stage where it could have been presumed that things were over, and if you didn't stop drinking alcohol, that would have been one of the things. So for me, this is all about trying to, like I said, get to the best possible version of yourself. I was heading down a road where my life was over if I didn't stop. That's me personally. I know a lot of people who are going down that same route, and if somebody wants to drink in their lives, that's up to them. If somebody wants to take anything, it's their body, it's their time, it's their life, and they can do whatever they want with it. It's not my problem. But I'm trying to help people who want to get away from that, who've had enough of it, who've been sick of the brainwashing that you have to do this, that you have to get into a drug in order to feel happy, or to socialize, or to do any of that bullshit. You don't need that. It's a big, great world out there to explore, and there's a lot of people out there now who are pushing back against the narrative, against all different types of bullshit that's going on in the world now, that's trying to take away from individualism. And I'm on board with that. I'd love to do more podcasts around that particular subject, but I'm going to stick for now at trying to be my own sovereign individual, and teach from that perspective of how I'm becoming the best possible version of myself, and how I'm trying to incorporate that kind of teaching into everything that I do. So hopefully you'll be around. Like I said, by the time you watch this, we'll be away from here. We'll be in Andorra. Really looking forward to it. I mean, these are things that I just would not have been able to do if I'd have carried on drinking, if I'd have carried on that lifestyle, that mentality more than anything else, the instant gratification mentality, or that mentality of it'll be okay tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow, because life is short. Life just goes by. The clock is ticking. So and there's so much more that life can offer you. So I hope you get something out of this video. Just a short one, just like I say, a recap on what we're doing. You know where we are if you want help. We're still around for all our members. We're not doing the Zooms for a couple of weeks, but we're still around in the forum. I'm still answering emails, and anything else that you need, any questions that you've got, you can come to me on those, and we'll still be around. I mean, there's a couple of days when we're traveling and maybe the internet's off, but we'll find a way to get it done. We'll shoot across the hotel across the road, so we'll go over there and steal some of their internet. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.